Hello and welcome to episode 1 of Aiming for C1. In this video, I'll be giving feedback on an essay sent to me by somebody who was hoping to pass the Cambridge Advanced exam. So, let's begin. I am going to read you the original essay before we look at any improvements we can make. Leading an unhealthy lifestyle has been largely normalised in today's society. Studies show that the reason for this could be the COVID pandemic, which occurred during the year of 2020. Back then, people were encouraged to stay home, and this way of living has undeniably stuck with many people. However, this issue has yet to be dealt with. In this essay, I will purpose ways for the government to keep its country's citizens healthy. One of the solutions to this problem includes encouraging people to exercise. This could be achieved by offering free gym memberships to citizens. In many cases, people who wish to get fit and take care of their body are discouraged due to how expensive a gym membership card can be. By implementing this, the government will encourage a great number of people to get back in the gym hall. Furthermore, exercising would not only be beneficial for people's health, but would also increase their self-confidence. Another possible solution to this problem would be regulating the cost of food. Oftentimes, people who want to eat healthy are unable to because of how expensive organic products are. Unhealthy foods, on the other hand, are easily affordable, so it would make more sense for someone to settle for cheap noodles rather than buying fresh vegetables. Therefore, making unhealthy foods more expensive would result in a healthier nation. The problem at hand, as daunting as it is, can be eradicated completely, so long as the country's government takes the measures necessary to keep its citizens in good health. So firstly, this is an excellent essay. There are no grammatical mistakes. There is one typo, which we'll talk about in a moment. So all of my feedback is going to be how we can make this to sound more formal and more native-like. And I'm going to refer to this as polishing, as tweaking, because it is already at a really high level. So if we take a look at this first sentence, leading an unhealthy lifestyle has been largely normalised in today's society. Well, I'm actually going to start off, I always like to begin essays with either when or where. And I'm going to take in today's society. In today's society as a fronted adverbial with a comma. Leading an unhealthy lifestyle has been largely normalised. I really like that expression, largely normalised. Let's take a look at this next sentence. Studies show that the reason for this could be the COVID pandemic, which occurred during the year of 2020. I am going to say studies have demonstrated. Demonstrated is more formal than show. And I'm going to add in here an adverbial. In many instances, this stems from the COVID pandemic, and then we've got which occurred during the year of 2020. I'm going to put which commenced in 2020. So I've changed that rather a lot. So I've changed the word demonstrated. Now, the writer has actually just used the simple past. Show, I have used the present perfect. Have demonstrated, I just think it sounds better to me as a native speaker. So studies have demonstrated, in many instances, this stems from the COVID pandemic, which commenced in 2020. We do not need to say the year of 2020, and this is extremely high level. This stems from. To stem from is a very formal phrasal verb, and it means to originate from. If we look at the next sentence, back then people were encouraged to stay home, and this way of living has undeniably stuck with many people. Rather than say back then, which I think is slightly informal, I'm going to say during this period. during this period, and we've got people. I'm going to say the public. The public was encouraged. Now this is interesting. We've got to stay home. You can probably tell from my accent, I am British. We would say to stay at home. American English is just to stay home. Both are correct. I'm going to use the expression which is most natural to me. During this period, the public was encouraged to stay home, and then we've got this way of living. How just about and this lifestyle? Now I know that we have already used lifestyle. I don't like to repeat words normally, but I just think lifestyle is better, this way of living. And this lifestyle, and then has undeniably stuck with many people. And this lifestyle, stay at home, and this lifestyle has undeniably become the new normal for many. We can just say for many instead of for many people. And stuck, it's great, it's just slightly informal, so become the new normal for many. And then we've got, however, this issue has yet to be dealt with. Absolutely fine. If we're going to polish that, we could say, however, this issue remains unresolved. And I know that people who want to sit the C1 exam and then possibly have their eyes on C2 want to use the very most appropriate and formal and native sounding expressions they can. Now, in this essay, comma, it says, I will purpose. This is clearly a typo. I imagine the computer has auto-corrected. They mean propose. In this essay, now, when I am writing an essay in this way, I will not say I will propose. I just use the simple present. In this essay, I propose ways, and then it says, for the government to keep its citizens healthy. In this essay, I propose ways in which the government could help citizens to be healthy. In this essay, I propose ways in which the government could help citizens to be healthy. We could put in which the citizens could aid, the government could aid citizens to be healthy. One of the solutions to this problem includes encouraging people to exercise. I'm just going to use the singular. One solution to this problem, and I'm definitely not going to use includes. It sounds more natural to say involves. Involves encouraging people to exercise. We then have the sentence. This could be achieved by offering free gym membership to citizens. So, why don't we put these two sentences together and use a relative clause, which could be achieved by offering free gym membership. And then it says to citizens, why don't we say for all? So one solution to this problem involves encouraging people to exercise, which could be achieved by offering free gym membership for all. How about which might be achieved? We have used the modal verb could already, so let's just swap it out for might. In many cases, people who wish to get fit and take care of their body are discouraged due to how expensive gym membership can be. So I really like in many cases. I would use probably in many instances, but we've already used that. In many cases, people who wish to get fit, let's, instead of saying people, let's say those who wish, and then we've got here to get fit. If you are trying to write at a C1 or C2 level and you use the word get, stop. Get is a very overused verb in English, and it's a great way, or if you can find a synonym instead of get, it's a great way of making your writing more formal and at a higher level. So instead of say to get fit, how about we say those who wish to become fitter and take care of their body are discouraged. And then it says, due to how expensive a gym membership card can be. Well, straight away, we don't need to say gym membership card. We can just say gym membership. So, and take care of their body are discouraged due to the often high price of gym membership. Definitely not gym membership card. By implementing this, the government will encourage a great number of people to get back in the gym hall. So I love by implementing this. And it is suggesting that often high has a hyphen. I'm going to check that out. I'm going to go with the computer suggestion for now. By implementing this, the government will encourage a great number of people to get back in the gym hall. Now, the only question I have here is the modal verb will, which is definite. In this, it feels like we are talking about a hypothetical situation. I would therefore use would, because this is not something which is definitely going to happen. When I read this back to myself at the end, I can think a little bit more about that. So by implementing this, the government would encourage a great number of people to get back in the gym hall. By implementing this, the government would encourage a great number of people. Now, I'm not going to use to get back, that's too informal. I'm going to say to return to, and we don't need to say the gym hall. We can just say the gym. The gym hall is probably more like you have in school. Furthermore, exercising would not only be beneficial for people's health, but would also increase self-confidence. That's fantastic. I'm just going to copy that over. Let's take a look now at our third paragraph. Another possible solution to this problem would be regulating the cost of food. Absolutely fine. Like that a lot. Would be. How about could be? Now, oftentimes, people who want to eat healthy, now that should be eat healthily, because to eat is a verb and we need an adverb. Healthily, not to eat healthy. Healthy is an adjective, but we'll take a look. Oftentimes, people who want to eat healthily are unable to because of how expensive organic products are. Oftentimes, this is not an word that I use as an English person, but it is still absolutely fine. People who want to eat healthily. How about we say people who desire a healthier diet to access this because of how expensive organic products are. Because of how expensive, I'm going to say organic produce. It's a little fancier, a little more formal, can be. Okay, unhealthy foods, on the other hand, are easily affordable, so it would make more sense for someone to settle for cheap noodles rather than buying fresh vegetables. I'm almost going to keep that. I'm going to make a slight change. Unhealthy foods, on the other hand, are easily affordable, so it would make more sense. So I'm going to, rather than make more sense, I'm going to say, so it would be more logical for, and then I don't think we need for someone. We can take that out. So it would be more logical to settle for cheap noodles rather than buying fresh vegetables. I'm going to change buying to purchasing, more formal exactly the same meaning as buy, just more formal. Therefore, making unhealthy foods more expensive would result in a healthier nation. Let's just copy that one over. Now, this is our summary paragraph. So it says here, the problem at hand, as daunting as it is, can be eradicated completely, so long as the country's government takes the measures necessary to keep its citizens in good health. There's nothing wrong with that, but I can make it sound more native-like. Now, the problem at hand, I'm going to say the current problem. And then I absolutely love as daunting as it is. Excellent, that. As daunting as it is. Could be. And then I feel like completely eradicated. Eradicated completely. Could be. Yeah, that will keep the original form. Great word, eradicated. How about entirely? It's a little bit more formal than completely. So long as the country's government, now so long as, I'm going to say providing, and we don't need to say the country's government, we can just say the government. Providing the government takes the measures necessary, takes the necessary measures in order to, instead of just to, in order to keep its citizens in good health. Keep citizens in good health. I am now going to read the improved version of this essay. It did not come with a title. If you can think of an appropriate title, then please let me know in the comments section. So here we go. In today's society, leading an unhealthy lifestyle has been largely normalised. Studies have demonstrated, in many instances, this stems from the COVID pandemic, which commenced in 2020. During this period, the public was encouraged to stay at home, and this lifestyle has undeniably become the new normal for many. However, this issue remains unresolved. In this essay, I propose ways in which the government could aid citizens in attaining improved health. A little bit more formal. One solution to this problem involves encouraging people to exercise. We could add more frequently if we wanted, which might be achieved by offering free gym membership for all. In many cases, those who wish to become fitter and take care of their body are discouraged due to the high price of gym membership. I'm going to add in a comma before due. By implementing this, the government would encourage a great number of people to return to the gym. Furthermore, exercising would not only be beneficial for people's health, but would also increase their self-confidence. We could even take out people's would not only be beneficial for health, but also increase self-confidence. Another possible solution to this problem could be regulating the cost of food. Oftentimes, people who desire a healthier diet are unable to access this because of how expensive organic produce can be. Unhealthy foods, on the other hand, are easily affordable, so it would be more logical to settle for cheap noodles rather than purchasing fresh vegetables. Therefore, making unhealthy foods more expensive would result in a healthier nation. The current problem, as daunting as it is, could be eradicated entirely, providing the government takes the necessary measures in order to keep its citizens in good health. I hope you have found this video useful. If you have, please give it a like, and if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you to the subscriber who sent me this essay. If you would like to send in me your C1 essay, my email is in the About section of my channel. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.